Virgo and anxiety. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, psychic reader, and I would love to do a personal, private, confidential psychic reading for you or a birth chart reading. Please contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com or email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com for your own personal, private tarot reading or psychic reading. I also do synastry, love, compatibility, birth chart reading. So if you want that, contact me on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, okay? Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button, which is the notification button, of course, so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new lovely video. Also, please follow me. I should have this together, right? Follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. I hear you Virgos like, yeah, you should. And I appreciate you for watching, okay? I'm Lamarr Townsend, and I'm also a Virgo rising. So, okay, I totally get this energy. Virgos and anxiety. Why are Virgos always so anxious or prone to anxiety? Well, for one, Virgo's ruled by Mercury, okay? And we have to remember that Mercury's a little bit of an anxious planet, okay? You know, Mercury is very curious. It's a very fast-moving planet. It's all about intelligence. It rules the mind. Um, it rules our nervous system. So, when we already have an overactive mind and with the sign Virgo, with that Mercury energy, and then you already have an overactive nervous system, at times, like, it creates a nervous person, all right? Virgos can be naturally nervous, anxious people. But it's all about finding healthy, creative ways to curb that anxiousness, which is why actually Virgos tend to be very health conscious people. They tend to be very conscious of what they put in their bodies because they're so anxious, and sometimes every little thing affects them. I know I'm a Virgo rising, that they are just like super duper conscious of how every little thing affects them that they put in their body or that they put on their body. Like they can be super hypersensitive and super hyper aware of that. Like, like even down to the littlest, ooh, this lotion makes my skin like so like dry. It still feels dry. Like I still Virgos are like so critical. Like they just overthink stuff, but it's actually, really it's a really neat trick because then that'll cause Virgo to look at the ingredients and then they'll find, oh my gosh, no wonder. This is like all alcohol, a little bit of water, and some petroleum jelly. Like I'm finding another, moisturizer that's all natural, which, like that's where that all natural, vibe comes from with Virgos, the green, because they know that, those types of stuff not only promotes, healthy skin, healthy this and that, but it's also like, it's good for your body. You know what I'm saying? Um it's good for your body. You know what I'm saying? So it also improves your mood, so but Virgos can be super hypersensitive and aware to this type of stuff, so you know, they can be natural worriers. They naturally worry about everything. They overthink everything. They criticize everything, every little thing, even themselves, especially when they're worried or anxious about something, and a lot of times they don't know how to calm themselves down, when they get like really really over anxious, you know um and it's interesting because Virgos can be such, strong rocks for people and such like, strong people in other people's lives, that when like a Virgo needs someone, it's like, oh my gosh, like it can be really scary for them because they don't a lot of times they don't know who to turn to, because it's like, oh my gosh, who's stronger than me? Like I'm what I'm saying, like in their head they're stronger than so many people, but then they have weak moments that like causes them to be so anxious and angsty, where they just have something that's out of their control, because Virgos hate to have something out of their control. They hate to be out of control, like they cannot stand that. I think all earth signs can't stand that, but especially Virgos and Capricorns cannot stand to be like feel out of control, because Virgos are such, controlling people. They can micromanage everything, but that's a lot of times what soothes them. That's what, gives them comfort. That's what like stabilizes them and grounds them. They can be very kind of like OCD sometimes with certain things. Like I said, I'm a Virgo rising, so I definitely like can be OCD. Like, excuse me, put that back just the way it was because I liked it like that. It was a good vibe. Thank you. Like that's how a Virgo can be, right? You just like mess up the vibe, like and it's just like an energy thing sometimes with a Virgo. Like if the energy's off, it will make a Virgo anxious, right? Being put on the spot like will make a Virgo really anxious, like having to do something, where they're in the public eye, because Virgos can be really shy, where they're already feeling anxious, will make a Virgo feel anxious. You know what I'm saying? Like anxiousness and stress makes a Virgo anxious and stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like Virgos like to micromanage a lot of times, even their anger, their frustration, their stress, but they need to realize you can't micromanage that, right, Virgo? You have to release it. You have to find productive, healthy ways to release it, so you need to go for walks. I think I might go for a walk today, actually, on a bike trail. That's gonna be really cute. I think that would be nice. I think I'm gonna go for a walk, yeah. But going for a walk, like because in nature you have no control at all. Nature just does what it does. So that stabilizes you too. Like Virgos can be so like in the box, needing to work, robot, that they forget that Virgo, it's so healthy to go outside, get some fresh air and kind of reground yourself and reground yourself with the truth of life, that life is beautiful. Life is not, your 9 to 5. Life is not YouTube. Life is not, your little 4x5 cubicle or room. Like, there's so much life out there, Virgo. Like, it's just like your problems sometimes aren't as big as you make them seem, like, and I think Virgos forget that sometimes, and it's natural because Virgos can be such warriors. They're like, oh my gosh, my problems are this big. When really they're like this big, Virgo. Like like even maybe even smaller, like Virgo. Like you make it bigger than it needs to be. So you know, sometimes Virgos are just anxious about nothing. They're just anxious. And once again, it's about grounding yourself. It's about finding out why are you anxious. Maybe getting to the root of that. And maybe getting to the root of that, the only way to do that is to take a walk with a cup of coffee, or just go out in the backyard and read a good book, or you know what I'm saying, like sit on the porch and watch the people go by, like go to a coffee shop and listen to people's conversations, like just reground yourself and listen to other people's conversations, watch other people and realize, that your problems really are not that big. Like, compared, I'll just stop there because, I'm no comparing, no comparison, like no Virgos, no comparison Virgos, Virgos can compare themselves too much. So I'm not even going to go there. Okay. But, just being one with other people, and realizing that, you are one. We're all one. Is grounding. Realizing that you don't have to go through your problems. You don't have to deal with your angst, your anxiousness alone. It's okay to express to people, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I don't know why, I'm feeling weak. It's okay to express that, Virgo. Like you can sometimes be really, you don't like being vulnerable. Sometimes you don't like showing that side of yourself to people. But it's okay to be not strong sometimes. Maybe that also makes you anxious. Sometimes that makes me anxious, like always having to appear strong, always having to appear put together. Like Virgos put that pressure on themselves sometimes to appear a certain way. Virgo, like just appear how you want. If you feel like wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt that day and a big hoodie, do you. Like who cares what people think? Like what I'm saying? It's your world, Virgo, and we're just living in it, okay? No, let me take that back, because when it's everyone's world, Virgo, and you're living in it, okay? So make it your world. I think that's better. You have to word things right with Virgos, right? Because sometimes they can take things out of context. So, but I'm learning you have to word things right just in general. Like, it's really important that you word, your words correctly, right? And I think a Virgo knows that. But even that will make a Virgo anxious. Like, oh my gosh, now I have to think of the words I say. Like, Virgo, just go with the flow. You know, like, don't overthink things. Don't stress. You're gonna be fine. All right. You're gonna be fine. All right. You're gonna do great. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Also, please, if you would like a birth chart reading or a tarot reading, contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com, where I'm always updating and doing new things. And I appreciate you guys, okay? Love and light. Namaste. Until the next video.